Oh yeah, I found the piece to my espresso maker. Steamed milk and espresso. Hello and welcome to Writer Sanctuary. Today we're going to talk about the competition. Now on the internet, competition for a freelance writer is rampant. You gotta figure that there are millions and millions of people trying to do what you do. As a result, a lot of them are going to wind up taking your jobs. But luckily, not a lot of them have staying power. Some people, like my dad, will approach it half-assed and only do maybe one article a month. Then others find out it's something they don't really want to do. Case in point, I had a friend who tried text broker once, got scored a level 3, never wrote again. But still, there's a lot of competition out there, and it doesn't matter if you're using text broker, Fiverr, or trying to find your own clients. And because there are so many people on the internet trying to be a freelance writer, you got to do what you can to make yourself stand out. So what can you do to make yourself more attractive to clients? First of all, I would start with pumping myself up. It's all about having high energy and a positive attitude towards what you're doing. And this is true no matter what you're trying to freelance. Writer, cartoonist, Uber driver, it doesn't really matter. You have to have a positive attitude towards your job if you want to make it successful. If you approach a job that you hate, you're going to come at it half-assed. Which is why in the mornings, one of the things I do is admit to myself that I am a writer, I'm good at it, I love doing it. And it doesn't hurt to get yourself cracked out on caffeine and play some good music and get going. Get the blood flowing. Whatever you have to do to energize yourself. Second thing is always have a complete profile. Now whether you're in TextBroker, Fiverr, or even just a LinkedIn profile, make sure it's filled out. The smallest details could get quite a bit of attention. In reality, it's how I found my retaining client right now, and I've been working for them for more than a year. Now you don't want to blow smoke up someone's ass and try to make yourself more than you actually are, but write down every positive attribute you've got. A lot of people have a problem with this because they can't see themselves being positive. It's really hard to pat yourself on the back sometimes, I know. But you really need to sit down and think to yourself, what makes me me? How good am I really? And if you're honest with yourself, you'll probably come up with quite a list. Next, you want to make sure you offer superior customer experience. Now, this is a mantra that's spreading across the internet for all kinds of industries. It's all about the customer experience. Not necessarily support, but how the customer views you in general. You want the client glad that they came to you in the first place. I touched base on this in a previous video, but it stands true. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for my interactions with my clients. Next, you want to be an expert in your field. Now I know this is kind of contradictory to the diversified thing that I talked about before, but everybody has a preferred niche. For me, it's web design and marketing, with a little bit of technology and computers. I'll write for anything, but those are the things I usually focus on, and those are the things my retaining client appreciates. Being an expert in your field requires a bit of research and learning. The more knowledgeable you are of a topic, the more attractive you are to clients, and the better your chances of surpassing your competition. Another important aspect is to make sure you have a quick turnaround. In a day and age where everybody wants everything right now, you got to make sure you give them their orders right now. Take my dad for example. He's a text broker writer, but he'll take almost the entire 24 hours just to produce one article. $5 a day just isn't going to cut it. But he's not really into it for the money, you know? I think he started writing just because he wanted cigarette money and put gas in the truck, whatever. And that's okay, really. Any bit of extra money is beneficial no matter what. If you're walking down the street and you saw a $5 bill on the road, would you walk by and just say, fuck it? No, a lot of people will pick it up. Having a quick turnaround is one of the reasons why clients and managed teams come to me all the time, especially in TextBroker. As soon as I get an order, I focus on that one order until it's done. I think my record articles in a single day was like 25 or 30 or something like that back in 2015. It was a lot. I know not everybody has the best ability to do a quick turnaround. I mean, you got life things that happen. Taking care of children, taking care of your wife, taking care of your parents, whatever. As long as you're not sacrificing your writing time for watching YouTube, Netflix, or playing games on the computer, just make sure you have a good turnaround. Next, I can't stress enough how important it is to learn something new. Don't be afraid of getting your feet wet in a topic or subject that you don't really know. Sometimes a client will throw a curveball at you and want you to add something extra into it, but that's okay because Google is an amazing tool. And clients love it when they're able to shape you to become the author they need. Besides, the more you know, the better off you'll be down the road. There's a lot of things about WordPress I really didn't know until I came across my retaining client, and doing her articles has opened the doors to a lot of things, especially on my own websites. So not only am I making money for her, but I'm also making more money on myself on my own sites. simply because I put in the effort to learn something new for my client. And this comes to the last point of being flexible and diverse. Like I said last time, being diverse is great, especially when you're able to do more than just write for your customers. Like I said, for my retaining client, I do all the screenshots, I do all the writing, I do all the SEO work. And when there's something new in either one of those categories, I learn it as quickly as possible. It benefits her, and it benefits me. And it benefits my future clients. I'm not saying that any of these ways will guarantee that you'll beat the competition out, but for me it's done wonders. So what do you do to surpass the competition in your field? Leave it in the comments down below. But I think that's going to wrap this video up for today, and I hope to see you next week.